Welcome back to RTV. It's Tommy Viola here for another exciting day at the ballpark. Renovations in full swing, but today we have a special guest here as it's the 2011 King of Baseballtown, Dick Ludy. He'll be crowned at the 2011 Phillies Winter Banquet on January 25th. Dick, first off, appreciate you coming out today. You excited about the crowning and being named of the King of Baseballtown this year?
It's an honor, very much of an honor for me. I'm humble and proud at the same time.
And it is an honor, obviously, and you're the 9th King of Baseballtown, so 8 before you. I know you know one of the Kings of Baseballtowns, Carl Mathias. You've had maybe some stories with him. You excited to meet some of the Kings of Baseballtown in less than 2 weeks here?
Yes, I am. I'm looking forward to that very much, yes.
And as far as the banquet goes, a nice day for you. You have a speech planned? You have some things you want to say, some good stories maybe you want to share with us today even?
I don't know how good, but I'll have a couple stories probably. I'm not sure how good they're going to be, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
I'm sure they'll be good. Obviously, you've been around baseball for a lot of years, some great moments in your career. What's the defining moment in your career? Is it winning the championship in 1982? What's one of the defining moments for you in your career?
I think that probably, if I had to name one single day, that would be it, really, because we did come in second twice in a national championship, and we won it that year. And in fact, we won it at home. That was the biggest thing that ever happened in Boyertown. We had 6,500 people at the game, standing room only, and the fact that we had to go down south to win our national regional to get back to the stadium to get into the World Series, which was probably the first time ever done, like that. And so our own fans didn't have a chance to see us play in the World Series, because usually we had to travel out to the Midwest or someplace else. So that was probably the number one thing probably in my lifetime, really. And I think for a lot of people in Boyertown, my number one thing for them in their lifetimes. And that's what makes it even more special to me. The players and our supporters and fans, everybody. Just was once in a lifetime, really.
It is. It's a great story, and really, just take me back a little bit. What made you get into baseball? I mean, where did that love from baseball come for you? Were you always a big baseball fan, or just?
That's part of my talk, but I'll tell you, when I grew up, I lived right near a ball field. I lived in a house with no running water. We had no rugs on the floor. We were very poor, and we had very few material things, really. But what I had was we had a baseball field, and my brother played, and he had an adult team played there, and I watched them play, and I got interested in baseball. It was the only sport really at that time that I knew anything about at all. And we played pickup games and 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Just played a lot of baseball. Just loved it. Loved to play baseball, like a lot of other guys that grew up in those days, and even maybe today. And then my first coaching job was at a playground team in Boyertown, where the Berks Rec Department had a league, a morning league. We would play Shillington and Kutztown and Amity and various teams, and we played in the morning. And I'd love coaching that team. It was anyone who wanted to play could come out and play, 14 and under. And I knew at that point I was going to coach the rest of my life. I just knew it. I just had it in my blood, I guess, by that time. So there was no question what I was going to be doing as a hobby.
Well, a very, very good hobby at that. Was there a coach that you looked up to, or look back and say that maybe there's some similarities or anything like that, or someone that kind of stuck out to you? Or
well, on an amateur level, the guy I took over for in 1969, 71 area, Buck Rhodes was a really good coach, and he was an old-fashioned kind of coach, but he was very honest, very fair, and just a guy that I learned a lot from the first couple of years I started coaching. I think he probably, of all the ones I've ever had, probably stood out for me. I played at Westchester. I played for Glenn Killinger, who was really a legend at that time. And I think that was also another guy that I probably learned a lot from and emulated to some degree. Other than that, I don't really, off top, I can't think of anybody else, really.
No, well, that's definitely a great story. Really appreciate you coming out. You had a chance to look at the ballpark a little bit, the $10 million renovations going on. What are your thoughts here about this ballpark and just getting a chance to get a little glimpse of it?
Wow. It's going to be very nice. I'm looking forward to coming to some games this year. I haven't done a lot of that because I'm usually coaching every summer, and this year I probably won't be coaching at all, or at least as far as I know, and I have more time to do things like this. So I do expect to come to see this ballpark when it's finished.
Great, and we'd love to have you out. Maybe you throw out a first pitch for us, and we'll get you out on that mound a little bit, and we'd love to have you out here in 2011. Very excited to have you as the King of Baseballtown. Dick, I appreciate you joining me today. Good luck, and look forward to seeing you at the Winter Banquet.
Okay, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Dick Ludy, the 2011 King of Baseballtown. He'll be crowned in just a couple of weeks, less than 2 weeks actually, January 25th at the Crown Plaza in Wyomissing. We'll see you next time right here on RTV.